Hey, Sleeping with Sirens fans, I'd say stop watching this video right now, because otherwise you may get a little bit triggered. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel today. My name is Christian and today we're here to talk about the new record from Sleeping with Sirens. It's titled Gossip. It's their 5th studio record, the follow-up to 2015's Madness. Let's start this as a little bit positive. I actually thought Madness was a pretty good record. I think there were some songs on there that really showed them progress as songwriters and showed them try some new sounds, and they worked really well. A song like Gold, I think, is something that they'd been working towards for their whole career and finally had perfected. And so, yeah, I thought Madness was an alright record, so I was actually kind of interested in hearing a new Sleeping with Sirens record. But all that good stuff I just said now, throw all that shit out the window, because this record is absolutely horrible. It's like Sleeping with Sirens took 2 steps forward on Madness and took about 100 steps backwards. This record sounds like a band who have never written a song before, and it just sounds so messy. So let's get into it. Firstly, let's talk about the sound of this record, and Sleeping with Sirens have gone full boy band. Truly, it sounds like a boy band with probably one of the worst singers on the planet fronting them. There isn't even the slightest thing to do with rock music, and before the comments come saying, but there's distorted guitars on some songs, rock music isn't about distorted guitars. I just reviewed the Enter Shikari album this week, and it barely has any distorted guitars on there. Rock music is about the attitude and about the emotion, and there's none of that in here. This band are now just pandering to the lowest common denominator, and the funniest thing about that is that they fail at that as well. This record is a failure in every single sense of the word. And I'm left thinking, who was this record for? Legends was the first single released from this record, and right off the bat, I got really worried, because the whole cliched message of the song is so awful. Building a whole song off of the basically quote of "you can do anything if you put your mind to it" has been done a million times before. It's so unoriginal, and it basically sums up this entire record. But within this record, Legends ends up being one of the more enjoyable songs, which is not saying very many good things. To hear how deluded this band are about this record, you only have to go to some of their recent interviews. There was one particularly with, I think it was Rock Sound, where Kellen Quinn's talking about the record, and he says that it's old school, and some songs you could confuse to sound like they came from the 70s, and I listened to this record going, holy shit, man, you are so off the ball here. What are you hearing? It's so crazy. And it's crazy because I honestly can't remember the last time I heard a rock record sound more polished and just completely have no authenticity to it. Trouble is one of those songs that he says sounds like it comes from the 70s, and it is so monotonous and so badly put together. The vocals and the instrumental clash together. They kind of sound like 2 different songs trying to play at the same time, and just nothing flows at all. It's just unpleasant to listen to, and one of the worst written songs on the entire record. As far as the instrumental goes for this record, there really isn't a whole lot to say. The drums play straight up 4/4 beats. The guitars do the bare minimum. It really sounds like they went into this record and did the least amount of work to make themselves sound a little bit unique. Yeah, I've heard about less is more, but you have to do something. But the thing that is probably the worst part of this record is the lyrical content. It's funny because Enter Shikari put out a record this week, and one of the lines in one of the songs on that record is, "I miss you like pop music misses an original metaphor for missing someone." And that really sums up this entire record, except they struggle to find a metaphor that's original for anything at all. Like, really? There's a song on this record that has a metaphor that says, "Life is a roller coaster riding highs and lows." Fuck, thank you, Sleeping with Sirens. I'd never heard of that one before. Great job. Like, how do they write that down and go, perfect? It's crazy to me. This record also shows off how bad of a vocalist Kellen Quinn is. If you thought he was bad before, wait till you hear his performance on this record. My favorite parts are when he tries to do the pop singer runs, like in the title track and in One Man Army. and they just sound awful. But his performance just sounds so screechy. Kind of like this. Guys! Honestly, it's unbearable. But let's finish this review out on a positive note, yeah? Closer is one of the songs that I actually feel is pretty well put together. I like how the intro builds upon each element, every element just coming in a little bit after the other to build up that intrigue for the song. The chorus melody is also really well put together and is really catchy. It's actually a song I could have imagined coming off of their last record, Madness. Now, is this a song that I'm going to be coming back to all the time to listen to, just when I'm casually listening to music? No, it's not. But compared to the rest of this record, it's really enjoyable. And that's it. Overall, I despise this record from Sleeping With Sirens. And what makes it worse is that I enjoyed the last one. And I just don't like their whole attitude to music. It's crazy to me that a band can do all this cliche stuff and then tout themselves as these artists that care about the art. It's crazy to me. Please do not listen to this record. If you're a Sleeping With Sirens fan and you're gonna hit me up with hate, go ahead, because I'm just gonna laugh at you. And this is the video where I actually decide to no longer do album ratings. I feel like when I do an album rating, people just concentrate on that rather than the entire review as a whole. And so I'm getting rid of that. And as for top 3 tracks, there's only really one decent track on this record, and that is Closer. So anyway, what did you guys think about the record? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. Did you like the record? Did you not like the record? Let me know down below. We're here to have a conversation about music, so let's do that. But if you're just going to fill up the comment section with hate and insults, like I know you will, just know I'm going to read your comments and laugh at how pathetic your life is. Anyway, thanks for watching my video today, guys. Please hit subscribe down below, and I will see you next time. Fresh Currents.